going to do that one. So I'll show you our progress so far. We're doing pretty good. This entire tray here is mostly corn. I think it's all corn actually. And this one we're coming along. This one's a variety of different stuff, and I think we just finished this one up here. So we got all kinds of different stuff. So we're doing pretty good. I think we have a couple more 6-pack refill cells to do yet. And then we can call it quits for the evening. Just having a little bit of a snack. Most of us kind of rushed dinner, so we're all hungry. We're getting close to done here. I believe we have one more partial tray here yet. But the rest of these, we have them filled up with all kinds of different stuff.
This one, and that one.
Looking good so far. Well, we finally got to planting our seeds. I clumped everything in the middle here. That way we have plenty of room tomorrow morning for making breakfast and lunch and whatever else we need to do here in the kitchen. It's like I think I mentioned before, we got a good bit of rain coming tomorrow. So we'll be inside probably most of the day. Gotta get out and feed the chickens in the morning. That should be fun in the rain. Anyway, so we'll water this tomorrow. Use our watering can to do that. We'll have these sitting in front of the nice big windows in the front. And hopefully we can get these seeds to germinate and sprout. And when we get them to where we need them and they mature enough, then we'll transplant them into our garden. Alright, so I thought about something now that I didn't when we got started. Stuff that needs less sunlight should have probably got planted with other stuff that needed less sunlight, and things that needed more sunlight probably should have got planted with things that need full sun. Oh well. Trial and error. Probably catch up with you tomorrow when we move these over to the window and we water them for the first time so you can see where they sit. So we'll see you tomorrow. You know, after getting these seeds started, I'm feeling pretty confident this whole gardening thing is going to work out pretty good. But that as it may be, probably wouldn't be a bad idea for me to read a book or something and brush up a little bit, you know? Nope, not going to be a breeze. It's now about 24 hours since we planted our seeds last night. It was a busy day today, that's why we're doing it now. As you can see, it's nighttime again. And you might actually see some lightning out there. We have a cool front coming through tonight. Going to get some more rain. I think we already got about 2 inches. And most of the swales that didn't have water in them now are pretty much full again. So a little unusual for early November this time of year in South Central Florida, but hey, that's okay. Anyway, so we're going to bring our seed trays over here this evening to put in front of our window. This window right here does face west, so we'll get a good bit of sun later in the afternoon and even in the evening. I think that should be plenty for the vast majority of the seeds that we planted. We spent some time cleaning this area up. We had an awful lot of junk in front of the windows, so that way we have room to put our 4 trays out. Also, we have a moving blanket here. These moving blankets you can buy from like Harbor Freight and other stores like that. This one specifically is from Harbor Freight. I got a bunch of them. And we're going to take that and lay it out right here. And we'll use that as our base so we don't beat the floor up too badly. And also if we happen to spill just a little bit of water or it leaks just a little bit, the moving blanket here will absorb it. So I'm going to do that now.
Let's see, what is the long? I folded it in half. I guess maybe I should try to fold it into thirds. And the trays would fit better. Let me try that. There we go, that worked a little better. Just make sure it's nice and smoothed out so that our trays sit pretty evenly. There we go. I think that's enough room to open the windows. Move the carpet, or rug. Move this rug a little bit more. Move this back. Okay, there we go. Now we got plenty of room to get to the windows.
All right, so here's our trays from last night. And of course you can see it didn't take very long for us to get this island in the kitchen messed up. That just happens on a daily basis around here. So we'll take these and start bringing them over and putting on the moving blanket. All right, that was easy enough. Now you may notice I left a gap there in the middle. And that's mainly so I can walk through the middle to get to the windows to open them or close them. Something else to note. I have, of course, the trays labeled with all of the variety of things that we have planted. So you can kind of see that. We did that last night. Now, we can go through and we can organize each one of these 6-packs that are in these trays, and we can put the plants that need fuller sun over here, and the ones that don't need as much or need as much sun we can put over here. So one of the things we'll have to do is we'll have to go through and check each one of these off of the seed packet, or even I have several books that kind of tell you what these plants do and don't like as far as sun and water, and we'll try to organize them a little better. We just kind of threw these together last night and didn't organize them maybe as well as we should have, but that's something to think about. You know, if you have more time than we do, you can sit and really plan out which trays need more water than others, which ones need more sun than others while they're sprouting, and even which ones will sprout quicker and can go out in the garden first. So anyway, for a first try here, this isn't too bad. We picked up 2 watering cans. Correction, we actually picked up 3. I'll show you what happened to the other one, but we have 2 watering cans left that actually function correctly. These I have filled up with rainwater right now, which I collected right out of one of our swales this evening. And tomorrow morning, we will actually water our seeds for the first time. So we planted them last night. The soil still is fairly sandy, and so the moisture content of the soil is pretty low, which means these seeds probably didn't start germinating a whole lot yet. But once I throw the water in there and they get a good dose of sunlight, we'll really start to get things going. So, but I'm not going to do that tomorrow, and I don't think I really have to show you how to water. You just want to make sure that you're not flooding these things and spilling water everywhere, especially for the seeds that require a little less moisture than others. All right, so what was the story about the third watering can? I'll show you. So one might ask the question, hey, why is that watering can sitting in the tub like that? Well, that's because my children are rough on things. And so they got their hands on this, and I didn't know it, but I brought this watering can in full, and it's got a hole in it. And so I noticed on the floor mat by the door that it was really wet. And after a little bit of investigation, I found this hole, and water was pouring out of the hole. So I brought it back here quick, and there you go. There's a story about water can number 3. Thank you for listening. I believe that's going to do it for this particular video session. And of course, we'll do an update, show you how our plants are coming along. And we did get the potting soil delivered, and my uncle spread it evenly. And now we just have to form that soil into rows for our raised bed garden outside. But we'll save that for another session, and we'll go through how we do the planting, how we get the rows set up, the kind of mulch we're going to use, and then also what kind of fencing we're going to put around that garden, because I have a feeling the chickens and other animals are going to want these plants pretty badly, and especially when they start producing fruits and vegetables and things, then they're going to want to eat them. So we'll go over that in another video. But if you get any comments or questions, let me know, and thank you for watching. I guess I'll cover a couple of our flops. I did do a how-to video that I did not put up on YouTube yet on our seed starter soil, but I think there's a bunch of reasons why the seeds inside didn't sprout. So it's been several weeks now that we've had the seed inside. I think a couple reasons are, I believe I may have overwatered the seed. Again, the seed's old. I think we had too many temperature swings. I know we had some very cool nights, and unfortunately the seed sits near the windows. The windows we have are not well insulated. I also started by putting the seeds at a western facing set of windows, and then I was told to move them to the eastern facing windows, and things are just not going very well with the seed sprouting. So we have already come up with some ideas to try to improve upon that for the next time we do it.